Is the video review for the Terminator 2 3D Battle Across Time T800. Now hold on a sec before you go ranting in the comments. Where are the Five Nights at Freddy's figures? You said you were going to review them. Relax. I'm going to do them at the weekend when the time is right and when I've got all the others there and the massive backdrop. Because I really want to, well, just hold on, the diorama, because I really want to use that. It's a good little diorama and I like it and I want to use it as the backdrop. So in the meantime, we're reviewing some Neca figures. I've already reviewed this guy. I did him ages ago. Brilliant figure. Should check him out. But still, today we are looking at this. Also, I do have the Guardian, which I do need to review. So the kind of the young Arnie and the old Arnie. Still, now what is this figure basically? It is basically a re-release of the Ultimate T800 with missing most of the accessories, a few new cosmetic changes, and one accessory exclusive to this, which is a really good accessory but doesn't do very much. I still like it though. Does that mean say this is a bad figure because it's not got as much as its original release? No. It does not mean that at all. This is a fantastic figure. It is a bit more expensive than the initial Ultimate release. Yes, because the quality has boosted up. The original Ultimate figure, well, Ultimate T800 was released quite a few years ago and was roughly £22 or dollars, I believe, in the early 20s mark. This is $26.99 in the UK. I don't know what it'll be in America. Probably the same. But still, it is a fantastic figure, and I do highly recommend it to anyone who missed out on that first release. So let's just zoom in on his head here. This is pretty good. Mine does have a bit of an assembly error, but the glasses don't... hold on, the camera's not focusing. Don't fully peg in, you probably can't see that. But for the most part, they are in there. It's just this side where they kind of stick out a little bit. I don't know why. You do get an alternate head, which this does come off very easily. I was expecting it not to. And you get this head. Now, if this was the quarter scale figure, you wouldn't have this other head. You wouldn't need it because the glasses would come off. This is it. So, I just want to say this head is a lot stiffer to move. I may need to blast this with a hairdryer, just kind of loosen up the material. The quarter scale version basically has this head with the glasses that you can put on. So you get both these looks in one head. How do I know this? Well, I've done a bit of research on it. I don't own it. I really don't have the money to collect quarter scales. Now, this figure does have one major glaring flaw, and I've already modified it. His hand originally was in a lot more of a downward angle, almost like that. That's a problem when one of his accessories is a pistol, because basically he would be pointing his arm straight forward and holding the pistol at a downward angle. Not very good. Yeah, the hand's only really meant for one use. So what I did is, if you can see right there, I basically popped the hand out using a hairdryer. Don't try pulling it out without a hairdryer; it will not come out. Sorry, I got a bit of cold. I cut it off, cut a bit of an angle out of plastic, and basically all I have to do now is just angle the arm slightly, pose the head, and he's basically pointing it normally. And it still works with his other accessory as well, the shotgun. So you can basically get him looking like he's pointing it straight forward, and that actually looks pretty good on the camera. That's looks brilliant. Yeah, but he does point it straight forward and bang. Next accessory he comes with is a very cool one. It's basically a piece of cardboard, a very shiny gold piece of cardboard. It is the flower box, and you can probably see the shotgun in there. Yes, for those of you who know, in Terminator 2, he was in the mall with a flower box. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any flowers in it, but would have been nice to maybe get some faux ones. And he was just walking around with it like that, basically. That's all she wrote. Yeah, it was a bit of it was odd, but it was interesting. It was a clever little disguise. I kind of liked it. So you can basically recreate that here. And of course, where would any T800 be? At least Terminator 2 T800 without this, the underlever shotgun, which he stole from one of the guys at the bar. Can't let you take the man's wheel, son, and leave. And he basically walks up to him, grabs his shotgun, and then takes his glasses. I mean, literally, it's straight after this scene where he's like, I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. So, and when I modded the hand, it really made no difference to the shotgun. Because it's the hands on a, not to skip to articulation, but the hands on the ball peg, so you can just angle it down. And when you need the pistol, you just angle it up a bit. It really doesn't have that much movement, but it's better than nothing. And there he is with a shotgun. Because, as you know, in one scene, Sir John Connor, get down! And he's literally pointing the shotgun at a, T1000. And these are all the accessories you get. You get an alternate head, a pistol, a shotgun, and the box for the shotgun. It's a shame you don't get more, but this is a specific release. It's a specific version, and he does have a black shirt, and he does not have gloves, because the Ultimate T800 was more designed towards the end of the movie, where he had a grey shirt, and he had a, black gloves on. Now, the sculpt is good as always for Neca. It is exactly the same as the initial T800 sculpt. Ultimate T800 sculpt, because the original T800, the upper body was exactly the same. The only difference with the legs was staction. This guy has articulated legs. In fact, let's get into articulation. You probably noticed the head does come off, and it is on a ball peg, and because it's connected right at the base of the neck, you can basically have him head banging. It does rotate left and right, and it looks really good while doing this. I do like this system of having. I like both the head in the base of the head and the base of the neck. It does look more natural like this, though. So it tilts side to side. It's got very good range of motion, actually, for a ball peg. Not most ball pegs don't have that good range. Shoulders go forwards and backwards or on a pin socket joint. The problem is the hinge. You get that's how much you get. It's not the best. It's loosened up now. When I first got it, it could only open to about that far. But obviously, because I've messed around with it, it goes a bit more. So, not bad. The elbow is on a single hinge, and it goes about 90. Both of them do. Actually, I think this one, yeah, they both go 90, and they both rotate. Also, the older release, because it has the pins in. The wrists are on ball pegs, but the ball peg is very far down there, so you're not getting much range. The best range you're going to get is a swivel. But the ball peg is there if you need it. You get a swivel at the waist or a big cut joint. I know, because when tightening this guy's legs up, I actually did pop off the body, and it is a giant thick peg going into the body. So that's interesting. Now, the legs use the new system for the Terminator 2. So it's basically a standard diaper situation. So the legs go forwards, they go backwards, they go out to the side, and they swivel at the upper thigh. They bend about 45 degrees at the knee, a little more if you kind of push it a bit. It's not the best, but that is pretty decent. It's very close to 90. They also swivel there, and you get a ball peg at the foot. Now, this is the most interesting thing about this figure, and it's the same on the initial release, which doesn't have the leg articulation. Weird, I know. And it's also the same on the new Ultimate release, because it's the exact same mold. There is a mid-thigh cut right here, and there's also a mid-shin cut right here. Now, and it's the same on the initial release when it was a staction leg. It still had those cut joints. So why are they here? Honestly, I don't know, but a lot of people theorising they may release a version of this with the battle damaged leg. I'm probably going to make my own out of silicone or maybe hard plastic and just have the pieces peg in, but have it a non-articulated leg. So basically, he'll be walking on a limp in any animations. But yeah, that's just my theory of it anyway. I don't know. Also, I forgot to mention he does have the bullet holes in his jacket, which is pretty cool. So, need to zoom out. Overall, is this figure worth it? Let me get him posed, because, at $27.99, $26.99, I personally would have preferred it to come with more stuff. However, I was happy paying. Well, I really wasn't. I wanted the figure, but the price is a bit steep. But the prices have become steeper, and I have noticed this because the quality has gotten better. Either that or inflation is really affecting them. But I have a feeling it's due to the quality, because the joints seem a lot stronger. The polypropylene in the joints is a lot sturdier, and the ABS, and the PVC, which is the flexible material used to pop all the ball joints on the stuff like what this is made out of, and the soft rubbery stuff, I think it's PVC, is a lot stronger. It is a lot stronger. In fact, we'll just do a comparison here with Guardian. Guardian is a little bit taller, which is bizarre because he's older than him. Yeah, this is the old Arnie today. This is Arnie from 1991. So that doesn't make much sense. Maybe it's because I haven't got him fully straightened out. A smidge taller. It's much easier to tell on camera that he's basically taller. And then if you want to go even further, with a bit of comparison, here he is with the Ultimate T1000, who is a little bit shorter. I'll just stand him up a bit better because he's kind of leaning on a bit of epoxy blob. It's a dry epoxy blob, don't worry. My mat's covered with them. So, yeah, that is the completed... That's my whole Terminator collection. Yeah, I do want to get some more and then maybe do a stop motion on them with these two versus him, another T1000, which will be the Genesis version, and then both the T1 Arnie's, like the Tech Noir and the Police Assault version. That would be pretty cool, because they both look different enough. Because both the Ultimate T800s from Terminator 1, pardon me, they look different enough to be their own characters. Even though they weren't. They were the same guy, just in different clothing. Well, same machine. But you can get away with having them both as different Terminators because they both looked pretty much the same. No, well, obviously they will do. They're Terminators were built on an assembly line. What I meant to say was they will look different because they're wearing different clothing. And the same with the T1000s. You could probably pick up the original Ultimate T1000, the original Robert Patrick one, and have that as another T1000 as well as the Genesis version. So you end up with 3 T1000s. And then you can go ahead and pair these two up with the Ultimate Sarah Connor and maybe get the Young Guardian, because this is Pops, get the Guardian figure, and, you know, you could basically just have a lineup of Arnies, and because they're all dressed differently and look slightly different from one another, you could just have them all as different Terminators. So that's the great thing. The Terminators are all built on an assembly line, so you can kind of get away with that. Let's move these out of the way. Overall, do I recommend this figure? Yes. Now, I especially recommend it if you missed out on the original Ultimate release, like I did. Yeah. Obviously, I'm going to have to make accessories to get the full complete experience, but I'm perfectly happy with that because it will train me with my sculpting, and personally, I quite like making things. So to make this guy accessories, maybe have this arm pop off and be a battle damaged version, non-articulated, just a little stump that goes into the elbow. That's what is it? That's basically a busted elbow from near the end in the steel mill. That'll be pretty cool. So basically, I can adapt this guy without actually really modding him, even though I did mod the hand. But you can basically make parts for him if you know what you're doing, and you can get away with him looking pretty good as long as you do them correctly and make him look nice. Again, you will have to pop the parts off with a hairdryer, and I'm not really going to do a tutorial on it because it will involve casting parts. I don't know, and it's going to be hell, basically. Right, enough rambling. Basically, the figure's awesome. The unique thing about this is the flower box. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It is a piece of cardboard, yes, so do be gentle with it. Mine is... The outside's pretty good condition. That's got a little bit of a nick in there from trying to shove things up and open it because it's a pain in the butt to open. It is good, though. I do appreciate it, even if it is just a piece of bloody stupid cardboard. It is nice. I do like the flower box. And, you know, it's another chance to get the Ultimate T800. So, guys, just go ahead and do it. Hell, I have a jacket that pretty much looks like this. I have a leather jacket that looks pretty much like his. It's even got the brassy tones and everything, because this does have a little bit of brassy dry brushing. Yeah, it is pretty cool. So, yeah, basically, get the friggin' figure. If you don't have the Ultimate release, or if you're really desperate for a piece of cardboard that looks like a flower box, yeah, basically it's a great figure, and don't miss up the opportunity. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.